It's time to say goodbye.
Tis time.
We have to say goodbye to some people, and it's time for Rafe's E-Memoriam.
All E-Memoriam haters, switch your knobs. Because we got a sponsor this week, baby. We're back. E-Memoriam brought to you by the Inskip Law Firm and Estate Planning. You should be interested in this. If you own anything, then you have an estate. And you have to make sure that things are set up properly for your family and go and spend thousands of dollars in attorney's fees just to get what should be theirs already. Go to Inskip Law. Let them help you out. That's Inskip, INSKIP, law.com.
A proper sponsor.
A proper
E-Memorial.
sponsor. An estate planner. You got to be kidding me. This could make
perfection.
What a marriage.
Match made in heaven. Where you'll be heading after your estate planning. All right, anyway. That was not in the copy. For those of you that don't know, the E-Memoriams, when we say goodbye to people, much like the Oscar E-Memoriam, people who were upset, pissed off, just generally wanted to complain about stuff. So let's get into it. This week we have fans of the landing. We upset a few lingering fans of the St. Louis landing when we said its best days were behind it in a segment about a possible redevelopment of the STL property. We apparently missed the nostalgic, whimsical charm of leaving a third-tier casino, stumbling past the abandoned Vatterott College Nelly's Extreme Institute for Higher Lunatism.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, an institution of higher lunatism. Getting dragged into the alley between the old spaghetti factory and Morgan Street Brewery and rolled for our wallet and shoes and then running for our lives barefoot on the original cobblestone of the 1800s. Only to slip on a hot, fresh horse apple right outside of Joey B's, but having enough momentum to slide us right through the door just in time for a karaoke bar brawl over which meth-fueled customer gets to sing Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow's hit song Picture. That does sound like a fun time.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm imagining
we
that
spoke
right
too
now.
soon, so for our fans of the landing, bye-bye. Although you'll have a hard time getting an Uber down there. Next up, Harry Potter tattoo people. We upset a few Potterheads when we simply reported that millennials were regretting and removing their Harry Potter tattoos over the author's controversial stances on social issues when we all know they should be getting them removed because they're a 40-year-old DoorDash driver and not a 9-year-old child. So I'd just like to grab my wand real quick.
Okay.
Incus ridiculous removus, nerdio exodus, bye-bye meow.
Wow, all those Deathly Hallows tattoos just disappeared.
They did.
Wow, crazy.
Next up, my resting heart rate. I had to say goodbye yesterday to my own resting heart rate when my coworker spilled 1.5 gallons of water into my headphone jack and essentially green-miled my brain and aorta because as soon as my feet hit the floor, my headphones fired up enough voltage into my ears to put Big John Coffee down for good.
Sorry.
I had to log on to my Hubbard employee portal to see if there was an electrocution clause in my contract. Spoiler alert, there ain't. Yeah, it's me.
Get him, let it, stop it. Get him, cuff him.
But even though there wasn't an electrocution clause in my contract, I was able to plug my wiener into a Rivian downstairs on the way out and give the owner a full charge.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, most men would have keeled over and died on the spot at that much electricity going into their body, but lucky for me, I've been pounding Exploder for a very long time, so my heart was ready for the challenge. That's right. Sure, it'll shave a few years off the end of my life, but those weren't going to be fun years anyways. So thank you to Tesla and Edison, and so long to my late 70s. Bye-bye.
Way to ride the lightning yesterday like a champ.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
I rewatched that part 5 times yesterday.
From the YouTube stream.
Old Sparky. Next up, deer hunters. We upset a few of our brave hunter-gatherer listeners when we said deer hunting wasn't our thing. We didn't mean to offend our brave warriors who venture out into the wilderness armed to the teeth to defend our communities by shooting these gentle herbivores before they come to kill our families. Thank you for your service. Bye-bye. And finally, King Scott's podcast undefeated streak. King Scott blew his podcast upload streak this week when he accidentally uploaded our podcast from last Friday, which, judging by the amount of angry emails, he tore a hole in the fabric of the Riz time continuum, causing many people to lose their families to another multiverse. Our bad. Choose joy. Bye-bye.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
Few honorable mentions: Swifty lovers and haters, van lifers, adults with roommates, Stanley Cuppers, and Yellowstoners. Didn't have time to get to you this week, but trust me, you will be missed. And now on to the real RIPs. Dickie Betts. I wasn't here last week. We lost a founding member of the Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
Wanted a proper send-off. He's no longer tied to this world's whipping post, and he can move on to greener pastures. This week, we also lost Larry the Barfly from The Simpsons. Though Simpson fans will know him or won't. He was a background character, but they did kill him off this week, and we want to say bye to Larry. He was an important member of The Simpsons community. And finally, the Moody Blues founding member and last surviving member, Mike Pinder, who died this week at the age of 82. And that concludes this week's E-Memoriam, brought to you by Inskip Law and Estate Planning.
Thank you, Rafe. Well done. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.